to the C, to the H, to the L-E-E-E. Just Chloe. Hey everyone, welcome to Just Chloe's. Talking too fast. Hey everyone, welcome back to Just Chloe. It's Chloe, and today we're going to be doing another read aloud. So this is called Alligator Baby by Robert Munsh. Of course, classic Robert Munsh with Michael. I don't know how to read his last name. I'm very sorry. I don't know how to read this. But Robert Munsh, and then we have Michael something. I'm sorry. Here they are. So, of course, classic, their books. This is called Alligator Baby. So, let's get started and like and subscribe. And here we go. Ooh. One night, Kristen's mother woke up and yelled, "A baby! A baby! I'm having a baby!" So that's the mom, that's the dad. Their little kitty here. Kristen's father jumped up, zoomed around the room, got dressed, and grabbed Kristen's mother by the hand. They ran downstairs to the car and drove off really fast. Vroom! Unfortunately, they got lost. They didn't go to the hospital. They went to the zoo, but it was okay. Kristen's mother had a lovely baby. Then they drove home and knocked on their front door. Blam, 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 blam. They went to the zoo. Kristen opened the door and there was her mother holding something all wrapped up. "Kristen," she said, "would you like to see your new baby brother?" "Oh, yes," said Kristen. So Kristen lifted up the bottom of the blanket. She saw a long green tail and said, "That's not a people tail." Kristen lifted up the middle of the blanket, saw a green claw and said, "That's not a people claw." People don't even have tails and claws. Well, we have nails. Kristen lifted up the top of the blanket, saw a long green face with lots of teeth and said, "That's not a people face. That is not my baby brother." "Now, Kristen," said her mother, "don't be jealous." Why would Kristen be jealous even? But look, what is that? Is that the alligator baby? Just then, the baby reached up and bit Kristen's mother on the nose. She yelled, "Ah!" Then the baby reached up and bit her father on the nose. He yelled, "Ah! That's not a people baby," said Kristen. "That's an alligator baby." "Goodness," said her mother, "we've got the wrong baby." "You sure have." Oh, that must have hurt. Look. But it looks cute, though. So Kristen put up the alligator baby into the fish tank, and her mother and her father drove back to the zoo. They came back in an hour and knocked on the door. Blam, 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 blam. Kristen opened the door, and her mother said, "Would you like to see your new baby brother?" "Oh, yes," said Kristen. There's the baby in the fish tank. And his father's hurt from the alligator baby. And that's the mommy. I think that's a cat. Kind of looks like a Shiba Inu, but super tiny. Kristen lifted up the bottom of the blanket, saw a fishy tail and said, "That's not a people tail." Kristen lifted up the middle of the blanket, saw a flipper and said, "That's not a people flipper." Kristen lifted up the top of the blanket, saw a face with whiskers, and said, "That's not a people face. That is not my baby brother." "Now, Kristen," said her mother, "don't be jealous." Why does she keep saying that? Yeah, that is a cat. Oh my God, what is that? And look, the dad found a fish in his pocket. What is that? Is that a baby seal or something? They got the wrong baby. Just then, the baby reached up with its flipper and flapped her father's face. Whap, 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 whap. He yelled, "Ah! It's a seal baby." Oh, I was right. "We've got the wrong baby." So Kristen put the seal baby in the bathtub, and her mother and father drove back to the zoo. Again, for the second time. Third time. Kind of. What? Okay. Look, the cat and Kristen are laughing while their father's in pain and her mother's like, "What is going on?" You naughty, naughty baby. They came back in an hour and knocked on the door. Blam, 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 blam. They said, Kristen, would you like to see your new baby brother? Oh, yes, said Kristen. She lifted up the bottom of the tail, saw a very hairy leg, and said, that's not a people's leg. She lifted up the middle of the blanket, saw a very hairy arm, and said, that's not a people's arm. She lifted up the top of the blanket, saw a very hairy face, and said, that's not a people's face. That is not my baby brother. That is not my baby brother. Now, Kristen, said her mother, don't be jealous. What is this? Why is his feet black? People's feet are not black. Oh my God. Look at the baby seal. He's having a party. Making a huge mess. And his father's like, and why is his father holding a banana? That's a clue. Then the baby reached up with its feet and grabbed her mother's ear and her father's ear. And they both yelled, ah! It's a gorilla baby. We've got the wrong baby. Again. Let me do it, said Kristen. So her mother and father put the gorilla baby on the chandelier in the living room. And Kristen went off to the zoo on her bicycle. She's going out in the night by herself. Oh my gosh. Look at him. He's wearing a diaper. And the cat and Kristen are staring at the parents. First, Kristen looked in the snake cage. No people babies. Then Kristen looked in the wombat cage. No people babies. Then Kristen looked in the elephant cage. No people babies. Then she stopped and listened. From far away, she heard, wah, 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 wah. That's more like it, said Kristen. She followed the sound. It was coming from a gorilla cage. And my grandpa interrupted. Sorry, guys. Look at the zoo. It has so many animals here. It has a giraffe. It has lions, my favorite animal. I love all animals. It has these jaguars, I think, or cheetahs maybe, but why are they like purple? Whatever. A snake. Raccoons eating garbage. And Kristen's trying to hear. I hope the animals didn't do something to her baby brother. Kristen looked at the mommy gorilla and said, give me my baby brother! The gorilla jumped away and wouldn't give the baby back at all. Look, there's bananas. Oh my gosh. Her baby brother's like, hello. Luckily, the gorilla mother didn't. I think she's mad because her baby's gone. Then the people baby reached up and bit the gorilla on the nose. And the gorilla yelled, ah! And handed the baby to Kristen. Kristen jumped on her bicycle and pedaled home. Well, Kristen can get her baby brother, but her parents can't. Kristen knocked on the door, blam, 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 blam. When her parents opened it, she said, would you like to see your new baby? Kristen's mother lifted up the bottom of the blanket and saw, look, people legs. She lifted up the middle of the blanket and said, look, people hands. She lifted up the top of the blanket and said, look, a people face. Kristen's mother picked up that baby and gave it a big hug. Her father took the baby and gave it a big hug. And her mother said, Kristen, Kristen, you got the baby back. Good for you. Yeah, good for her. She finally got her own baby. And the cat's so happy too. Like, the cat's like, okay, no more animals. But what are we going to do with all these other babies? Yelled Kristen's father. There is a seal baby in the bathtub, and an alligator baby in the fish tank, and a gorilla baby hanging from a chandelier. We should take them back to the zoo. But Kristen looked out the window and said, look, the alligator babies, the fishes are so scared. And Kristen's like petting the alligator baby, and the fishes are terrified because there's an alligator baby in their fish tank. I don't think we'll have to do anything at all. Oh no. Their mothers are here, and they are furious. Look, that's the gorilla mommy. That's the seal mommy that's wanting to throw a fish at them because they're mad. And their door broke, and their house is a mess. And the alligator mommy. And the baby gorilla is so happy to see her parents. And the other babies. And the fish is like, oh my gosh, please leave. And everything was okay until Kristen's mother had twins. Okay. Twins? And he's hugging the cat. The cat's like, get off me. And everyone's happy. The end. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This book was really, really fun. Shout out to Robert Munsh and Michael, I don't know how to say your last name, I'm so sorry, for making and creating this book. Really awesome book. Hope you guys enjoyed this video a lot, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone. Much love. Mwah.